All right. I can hear some of you guys saying like, man, what are you talking about? Like, all right, before you turn off this video, just hear me out. This one last story, all right? And then, fuck it. Hit the dislike button, leave a nasty comment, do all that fucked up shit. I don't care. When I was in the hospital, weighing 65 kilos, I'm 94 now, coughing blood, pissing through a tube, crying every night, I had this one doctor, and she was so beautiful. Like, I'm talking natural beauty, like the type of woman that you just want to propose to the second that she walks in the room, you know? And she was so nice and she was so kind to me. And she would always, you know, she had these beautiful big blue eyes. And she would always look at me and I could feel the pain in her eyes. Like, she felt really sorry for me. Like, she was looking at me as, you know, almost like a child in need, and I could feel it. I could feel her pain. But I was looking at her like, wow, you know, one day, I'm gonna be out of this bed. I'm gonna get in the greatest shape of my life. Check out the abs, baby. Boom. And I'm gonna take her for a drink. I'm gonna take her to a nice bar or a nice restaurant, somewhere, you know, somewhere with a romantic view, and we're gonna have a conversation like two adults enjoying each other's presence. Not like a doctor and a patient in need or a child in need. No, like two potential partners. So, as time went on, I was slowly getting better and I was able to speak again because I had this thing that they put right here. They put this tube here to help me breathe, but it also meant that I couldn't speak. So after a certain period of time, they took out this tube and I was able to speak. Now, every day the nurses would come and draw my blood, which I absolutely fucking hated because I can't stand needles. So every day this happened, you know, I dreaded this moment. But after a while, so I was always fighting them, you know, debating them whether or not they should really do it today. Like, can you skip one day? But after some time, I figured out that anytime I would act up and give them a hard time and refuse, you know, to have my blood work done, every time they would call up this doctor and she would come through and talk to me and calm me down and make me understand why it was very vital and necessary for them to do my blood work and extract my blood. So, you know, I put two and two together, and after some time I realized, like, if I want to see her, I just gotta, you know, make some drama, start acting up, and she's gonna show up. So one day, you know, the nurse comes in, I'm like, fuck this shit, I don't want you to take my blood, I'm sick of this place, I wanna go home, blah, 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 blah. You know, acting like a 9-year-old kid, throwing a temper tantrum. And, you know, lo and behold, they go and get the doctor. You know, so she walks in and she's like, Lorenz, what's going on this time? And I'm sitting there in my bed smiling from ear to ear. And she's like, why are you smiling? And I look at her and I say, hey doc, can I ask you something? She said, yeah, of course, anything. I said, can you promise me that one day when I make it out of here and I get better and all of this is behind me and I'm healthy and I'm good again, would you go for a drink with me? Can I take you out? And she thought I was joking. She didn't think, you know, obviously, she must have thought, like, this kid is crazy. He must have officially lost his mind. He doesn't, you know, like, he's delusional. And, you know, and she said, yes. Yes, I will go for a drink with you. And I said, okay, I'll keep that in mind. Now go ahead and call the nurse. I'm ready to get my blood work done. And then one day, years later, actually I think about 4 or 5 years down the line, I sent her a message because obviously I had her number for emergencies, and I sent her a message and she wasn't even working at the same hospital anymore. And I told her like, hey, you know, it's me, it's Lorenz, do you remember me? And she said, of course I do. You know it's hard to forget the dance. Alright, nah, all jokes aside. And I said, hey, do you remember I asked if I could take you for a drink sometime? And she said, yes, I do. And I said, well, how about next week? And she said, next week is fine. And without going into further details, we actually had that drink. Like, that actually happened. And she sat there across of me, more beautiful than ever. And we toasted, and we said cheers. And right then and there, I knew anything is possible. Anything is possible. Any and every fucking thing is possible. And it's never over. It's never over unless you say it is. And let me tell you one thing, guys. We're just getting started. We're just getting started. And it could be the same for you. It's not about me. It's about us. It's about the whole fucking world that wants to make a change and make the best out of their situation. And I'm talking to you directly right now. If someone has ever told you that something is impossible, or that you're delusional, or that you need to stop dreaming, or that you need to stop dreaming, fucking man. Because I'm telling you right here, right now, anything you set your mind to, you can achieve. So let that be the last thing you think about before you go to bed tonight. And let that be the first thing you think about when you get up tomorrow morning. And that's it, guys. That's all I gotta say. I love every single one of you so much. Like, I can feel my heart beat right now. I'm alive, baby. I'm more alive than ever. And if you're still watching right now, if you haven't turned off this video, if you're still with me in this moment, I'm gonna tell you guys a secret. And this is only between me and you. This is only for those that have been riding with me till the very end. If I could go back and change a thing, if I could go back and not get cancer twice, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't change a thing. Because everything I've been through, all the pain, man, shout out to the pain. Shout out to the suffering. Shout out to all the lonely nights. Shout out to the tears. Shout out to the depression, the anxiety, all the lows. Because all of those things have made me who I am today. Talking in this camera, giving you my heart, giving you my fucking deepest, inner, most vulnerable, most realest thoughts. And I'm so grateful. And I wouldn't change it for the world. And that's it, guys. That's all I have to say for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment below. Leave a thumbs up. All that good stuff. You know what it is. We're gonna keep this thing rolling. It was a pleasure and an honor to address you. It's your boy Benzo. Checking out.